I have this one crazy-ass friend, Nicky, I met in high school. And the one day, he came storming into my dorm room. Was super excited about his business essay he wrote. And the thing about me, I love getting hyped. So he was so hyped that just hyped me up. And I'm like, all right, let's hear it. And he went.
It was a rainy night, and as a man entered his room, there was another man in his bed, naked. He asked the man, "What'd you do in my bed, you
Wait. I thought you said this was a business essay. It's like, no, it is. I'm getting to that. Please give me a sec. It's like, all right, okay, keep going.
He asked the man, "What do you do in my bed, you frat boy?" To which the man replied,
It's business. Wink.
He interjected once again, asking the man, "What is that wooden object next to you full of splinters?"
Needless to say, this business essay of his took an unexpectedly odd turn. Kind of how businesses generally do, and Ubisoft is no exception. That was quite a segue. Well, things in the Ubi quarters are quite wild, and recently the CEO Yves got this lovely love letter from one of the shareholders, basically asking him in an open public letter to resign. And I see a lot of people championing this, my initial self including, just being like, yeah, take that, you filthy suit, always just business. I can imagine it now.
It was a rainy night, and as Yves entered his office, there was another shareholder with an open letter, naked.
I'm kidding, obviously, but my little contrarian coracle started scratching. Meow, actually. So imagine your parents having a small little family business, and you and your brothers start working within this company. At a point you go to university, you finish off fresh out of university and want to bring your even fresher takes of business into the family business. And you come with your ideas, up to the point where your mother was even like, you know what? How about you make this into your own company and then expand it from there? Which you do, and it just keeps expanding into this massive empire, which is a result of the actions you were such an intricate part of. Jump a couple of years ahead, you get shareholders and all that, and at some point, one of the minority shareholders wants you to step down from this empire that you were a key part of, bringing it to the point where it is today. That includes some of the better decisions, but that's what it is. And that's pretty much what happens here. And with that in mind, who exactly are these shareholders? And what would be the implications if they would take over? And with that in mind, that's where my contrarian coracle brought the point. Who exactly are these shareholders? And what would be the implications if they would take over? A lot of this is built on assumptions, but unlike Yves, they ain't so much into games as they are into business. The worst kind of business. Investments. That's like the suitiest of suits. And the big game plan would be for Tencent to become the majority shareholder. And have you done a recent Google of the games that Tencent do? They would most likely pivot it into the recipes that they feel work, which would be the PUBGs, the battleground games, the mobile phone industry with the microtransactions. They got some of the worst titles out there. Oh my goodness. Look, this whole segment has a lot of oversimplification and assumptions dotted all around it. And I can imagine people being like, oh, who cares? Ubisoft anyways has been trained followers instead of the trendsetters. That statement on its own. What is that? What is a trendsetter? Become one. Make a trend. Go for it. Do it. It's not something you just do. A trend catches or it doesn't. Very little companies set trends. It is like, and if they do, is usually just one. You can't have just setting trends. And Ubisoft, it's not because of a lack of trying. They try things. A lot of it doesn't work, but that is the result of it. I mean, look at Edison. Yes, I did just compare Ubisoft to Thomas Edison, but I'm simply remarking upon that, like, paraphrased quote where someone asked him something, how does it feel to fail 300 times at making the light bulb, to which he replied, no, I just figured out 300 ways not to make a light bulb. Obviously paraphrasing, but you get what I'm getting at. And that is the beauty of the capitalistic system, is when we get crappy products, you know who feels it more than anyone else is the company that provides said crappy products, because they lose money in it, they lose business. And one thing I have learned is the worse something is, the quicker it changes. So if things are pretty bad at Ubisoft, it means it's going to change pretty quickly. Yves, I am excited to see what you guys cook up with, because I know no one feels it harder than you at this moment, and you are, as a result, hopefully going to bloom into something beautiful here. So I hope you survive through this, that there isn't any snags happening at Ubisoft. Oh. What's that? This just in, more than 700 Ubisoft employees goes on strike. Why? Because of the return to office policy? I'm sorry, I don't get that. Maybe it's a culture thing. I don't understand why you would go on strike for that. Okay, I'm not going to comment on it because I don't have a very sympathetic viewpoint of it. But with all this in mind, say you were one of the love children of one of the Guillemot family members, and for some reason you got handed the reins of Ubisoft, or simpler still, you had to come up with a game idea. What would be your grand game idea? And given it has to be in realistic parameters, not it's like suddenly bringing in Disney things and stuff, you have to try and actually construct something. What would be your idea? I say that confidently because I actually got one. I've been thinking about this a while, and I'm throwing a video together for that, so I hope you're here to watch it with me. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't take any of this stuff personal. It's business. What am I doing with my life? Bye!